So welcome, guys. This is the second podcast of this year, and finally, we have someone special for you guys, all the way from New York. And meet Navya. She was here in Delhi only, in India only, but then she went to New York. So Navya, finally, you have came to my podcast. I have been following you last, I guess, 2 years or 1 year. I guess, yeah.
Yeah, it took a long time to schedule. I know, sorry.
So what's up? I mean, how's everything going?
It's going all right. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. So yeah,
Yeah,
so we met, I guess, on a random conversation on park, I guess,
yeah,
like
yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah. I think it was 2022, and it was during this time only. I think it was January, February, and I was taking my normal evening walk, and you just came to me and like, hey, can I talk to you? I'm like, yeah, and he was like, okay, I need to work on my communication skills. I'm like, okay, work. And we had like this conversation, and like, like I don't remember a lot, but I just like remember this were like, hey, it just like targeted me, like, okay, this person is good, and to improve my communication skills, I'm the worst because even I was so shy at that time, even today, but like that time, even I was like, okay, I had zero communication skills.
Yeah, because it was my initial days. No, I mean, I was just
Yeah.
roaming around the park. I was very like lonely person.
Yeah.
So once I understood seeing a lot of people, mostly in girls only. That's the weird part. But yeah, not weird. I mean, that's the only part. I mean,
That's a weird part. The park was weird. I agree.
yeah. So yeah. But it was a great conversation with you, and that time I realized that we should talk often, right? So, but you went to
Yeah,
New York, and we were not in touch, I guess.
yeah. But I was still in Noida for a quite minute. Even after that, yeah. You just never approached me after like you just like after 2 years that hey, I'm
No,
starting a
we
podcast.
met, I guess, twice. I mean, after that,
No, कुछ भी no.
तो मिले हम लोग यार.
No, एक बार ही मिले. I remember it clearly.
So maybe it was my fault. Sorry, I didn't approach you.
Maybe it was like another girl. You just confused as me.
No, 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 no. Yeah. I was just like I was very sure that this is a random girl or maybe a stranger. So that's the
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. So finally, podcast में आपका स्वागत है. I'm in शुद्ध हिंदी. So I guess you know your language now. I mean आपको वो accent तो गया ही नहीं होगा इंडिया का. I mean न्यूयॉर्क में
नहीं नहीं
आपको
मेरा
नहीं होगा.
एक्सेंट नहीं मेरा एक्सेंट अभी इंग्लिश हिंदी दोनों में मेरा इंडियन ही है आई डोंट थिंक जाएगा मैं कर भी नहीं पाती एक एक्सेंट तो
So by the way,
या
how's New York? I mean, going from India to first time, I guess, obviously,
या फर्स्ट
in 2023.
या 2023 August end of August.
How's the experience till now? I mean, how's America for you?
It's really good. uh I think right now I'm kind of like comparing my experience to Noida. So it's like of course very different and much better. uh, and it's also very different. It's overwhelming because it's so different. It's of course I'm all alone. I don't have a family here. I don't have any like people I knew from India here, so it was like difficult to adjust. It was it's very different. It is very different from India. The culture, um the, everything everything is very different, but at the same time it's also very similar. Like um
In what ways? I mean,
I mean, like, as the human, I mean, at the end,
like
the human
human
behavior is the
are
same.
same everywhere, I guess, right?
Yeah. Like, you meet the same kind of people everywhere. Like, I'll not say that every person is nice, every person is bad. You meet every kind of person. Yeah, I just feel like it's just like, it's just like the little bit like of freedom and independence that I have here that I cannot get in India is like, makes the experience very different.
Nice. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess now you love India or what? Or just love
No,
America?
no, I still love India, but I still do think that they do need to kind of like start. I mean, I know like Delhi, Mumbai are very different
Yeah.
because But even if when I was in Delhi for a year and I met people from Delhi, it was a shock for me. अरे इंडिया के लोग भी ऐसे हो सकते हैं वैसा था because of course कानपुर में like it's very different too. Yeah, and for the first 17 years of my life, my entire exposure was Kanpur and Kanpur Kawai. So it's very, of course, like it's very limited. What I'll say, um, my exposure to the people in India, but I still, but even today, when I'm even if here I meet people from Delhi and Bombay, yeah, I do think that we kind of like really need to uh, learn to be like more open-minded from the West, which is yeah. Even though I don't like, I like there's a lot of things that I don't agree with from the people of the West, but you should always learn something from nice from other people, right?
Yeah, sure. Like
Yeah,
my podcast theme is also like this, that I have been like talking to random persons and getting the perspective of theirs as well, right? So that's the
yeah,
thing. So yeah, like we were talking about the culture and everything, right? So when you switch to like maybe a foreign country, let's say, right? It was America, and America is a very free country, right? All the like immigrants there,
free. No,
free
it's
country.
free नाम का yeah. Yeah, don't cut this part वरना किसी ने देख लिया तो पता चला मुझे डिवोट कर दिया.
So I need to cut this part.
Yeah,
No worries, my podcast channel is not so popular.
you know what, you never know.
Yeah, no issue.
क्या पता उसके बाद ब्लो अप हो जाए.
क्या पता मुझे इंडिया से निकाल दे, ट्रम्प के अगेंस्ट बोल रहा हूँ ना मैं.
तो इंडिया से क्यों निकालेंगे.
मोदी की अच्छा दोस्त है ना ट्रम्प का.
हाँ या बट नहीं निकालेंगे.
Yeah. So what do you think कि अभी आप फिल्म मेकिंग में हो ना, मतलब what I can.
या
तो यहाँ पे आपने मतलब आप क्यों बोल रहा हूँ मैं पहली बात. मतलब
I
आपके गाने
whatever you want to say.
क्या.
Yeah, whatever you want to say.
या आप
Yeah.
आप जब
Okay. Yeah.
आप जब यहाँ कानपुर में थे बेसिकली, तो यू
Uh,
वर स्टडिंग राइट फॉर द
yeah, I
सेम
was in school.
पार्ट. फॉर द सेम पार्ट मीन्स लाइक फिल्म मेकिंग में ही जाना था.
ये filmmaking में ही जाना था, but I wasn't studying it. I was in school, so my वही commerce with math था मेरा.
दैट टाइम व्हेन वी मेट.
But the that time I met, I was there for a course. Yeah, for a short-term course. Yeah. Uh, I would not like to call it a course. Don't even. I don't like remember the 1 year in Noida though.
It was not
Yeah,
needed,
but
I guess. It was
yeah,
just for
but I was
Christmas.
yeah, I was kind of like doing this course on cinematography. Yeah.
So then you went on to like do the filmmaking part only, right? In career basis, right? So how
Yeah.
was like making films in like Hollywood, right?
I am not working in Hollywood, if you
In
think
foreign
so.
country, what's difference?
I, yeah, I'm primarily I've worked only in independent films or independent like student films. So I haven't really worked. It's all just like study. Yeah, even if I'm like working, yeah, outside life or something. But primarily I've done with student films, and of course I have. It's mix of good and bad. I'll say like of course like when you come to US or any
Hmm.
country or foreign country, you expect a very highly enriching experience because you kind of have like that kind of assumption that oh they're gonna just be the like the standard of the like the first world country that the American dream. It I kind of, but I also it was a mix of both because I was also beforehand I knew that I was aware of the fact that um, I might not get the exposure that I'm expecting, so I wasn't surprised. Yeah, but I have had both really good and really bad experiences, but I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot, and I'll say compared to what I worked in India uh, with student films, uh, is that it's much more professional here because, or maybe because I had the it's like in life they kind of like prepare you to work in independent and goes like that kind of industry. But even in like independent films, I just feel like it is much more professional with um when it comes to especially when it comes to certain departments on the production. Yeah, and I think my best experience here and the most improvement I have felt is in my writing. I love my writing teachers here, screenwriting teachers, and the kind of liberty, the kind of individuality I have here, and they provide me with it. Which I doubt so that I even thought of having it in India. Yeah, so that kind of liberty, that okay, and that kind of okay, you're a 21-year-old adult, you know shit, you know how to handle stuff, and and that kind of like the growth reflects on the paper. So that's like one element, like the writing, not only the liberty, there's like the critical thinking of it and the acceptance of criticism that I can if somebody says that hey like this is bad, they also tell you why it's bad and what they don't like and stuff. So that this it's very professional, I'll say, at a very nice level. And also like with the teachers and teachers and like people who are senior to me, they there's a like a friendliness attached to it, like you're professional but like very friendly at the same time. So I'm not obliged to just uh हाँ पे हाँ मिलाने का, ये नहीं कि okay just saying I can disagree, I can have a whole conversation with them, and it's very, I'll say, it's empowering.
Nice. I mean, like
Yeah.
in Hollywood series, they show that they have an argument with teacher and like they're discussing topic, ideas, and everything, right? So it was kind of a similar thing, or
It's different with every teacher. Like some are pretty conservative, some are, but I'll say there is a certain, compared to India. I'm comparing to India, that there's like a certain level of like where talking back, asking, or disagreeing is not seen as disrespect. It is like engraved. Like they of course they are good and bad teachers, but this is like a one common thing. Even like if you do not like a teacher, this doesn't mean they're like outwardly disrespecting you. And if they do, and you can actually have the courage to act against it, and then leave on God. Like whether it's like what's after that. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's still like America.
nice.
Yeah.
I guess we are having a great time. I guess there, right?
Having a nice time. And a nice time.
What's the role? I mean, what's the subject and everything? I mean, the filmmaking only.
So I'm doing BFA in filmmaking, which is Bachelor's in Finance and Filmmaking. Yeah, so I have the basic filmmaking subjects, which is directing, writing, producing, editing, and then I have like extra credit subjects, which is liberal arts subjects. So I have like, which is it. They connected to filmmaking, which is psychology, media studies, and even acting. So a little bit of like all of that, drawing and all of that. So each semester, I kind of make. Uh, so we make like two proper short films, like like proper short films, and we can send it out to film festivals, and that's how we kind of get exposure to the industry. And other than that, we make commercials, music videos, and all of that, and we work. So I direct, write, direct, produce whatever I want to do with my own project. And my classmates and other people and I, for other people in New York that I know, we can work in each other's project as whatever we specialize want to do it, and we can experiment. And so I've done a lot of production designing, which is mainly like set designing. Uh, uh, Aiding, I've been in the technical department too. I've done ACing, I've done grip, which is pretty difficult for my body type because it's heavy. And um,
I mean, you have changed
uh,
a lot, by the way. You have gained, I guess, some weights.
what
You have gained weight, I guess, from the last we met.
have I?
Yeah,
I might
not like
have.
in that way. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, like it's a perfect shape and everything. I mean, only I'm seeing up the upper part, but yeah,
Okay, okay, if you
in a
say so.
good way, by the way. I'm just complimenting you, right?
Thank you.
Just to be clear,
Yeah, yeah, if you say so. I'm gonna go for a run now.
you can go and have some party and all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess बहुत सही कर रहे हैं यार तू तो मतलब वहाँ पे and पढ़ाई सही है and after that I guess it's last year or something or maybe
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My last year, I have like 3 more semesters left.
sorry
I have 3 more semesters left, so I have this year. Yeah,
this year
I'll
only you will
graduate.
finish this thing and you will become a graduate after oh sorry I don't need to ask this question like after that what will you do.
No, I do have a plan. I do have a plan. Yeah, I mean, I'm planning to further work here, and kind of go with the flow after that. Yeah, but my main, like, yeah, I think my long term goal is to like have kind of balanced career where I can balance in between both India and the US.
So what's your suggestion I mean for me that for us as well right for all the audience कि जाना worth it है बाहर फॉरेन में
In for what? Like for what? घूमने के
I
लिए,
mean for
पढ़ने के लिए?
study also like and for exposure तो मुझे लगता है कि कहीं भी जाने से मिल जाता है राइट कुछ भी
भाई
चीज
एक्सपोज पढ़ाई पढ़ाई के लिए depends what you're studying, right? And and honestly, I don't think India is that bad with like especially like technology based studying. India is not that bad. And uh, by filmmaking wise, um, I'll say I'll say like it's better to do like short term, like 1 year courses in for filmmaking. Like I'm doing bachelor's here, and honestly, like after a point, I'm like I need more on set experiences than like theoretical and stuff. But I'm still glad that I did this because I think I just needed that 3 years of time, the exposure, the skill building, mainly like confidence because in the last 2 years it has like built and I would have like taken the high jump on set experience. I would have like cried and break down and like left. Yeah, so I as a person like I am like for my personality I needed this. But if a person who's in filmmaking who already has a lot of knowledge, has experience, has skills, I just want to polish them, then I think for like 1 year, 2 year courses, you can come to here and like do it. It's actually better because it's also degrees. It's fast and it's you get the equal amount of exposure.
okay
Yeah,
so we can try study I mean there right
I mean it depends what you want to do because I
I mean it depends on
yeah
the kid or maybe the person who is like studying.
yeah yeah.
So, currently, you know the scenario between India and America, right? So, how's the government there? I mean, Trump is doing good and fine for the like Indians also. Like Indians are everywhere, right? So in America, I guess they are also Americans, right? So, how's
There
Trump doing? I mean, आप किसके फेवर में हो?
I oh my god, but I honestly okay honestly like I'll say outside New York, America is not different than India. Okay, it's not safe. It's very expensive. It's the education is bad. There's racism. There's like a lot. It's very similar to India. New York is different because it's like the entire world comes here. This is built on it runs on immigrants and stuff. And um, And honestly, like I am pretty dicey. Like I obviously don't like Trump, and
But
uh,
people of there, like America, voted for him.
uh, yeah, but that's the thing, right? Right? Like if uh, there's a like it's so much race based here. Yeah, majority here is white base. Who and And if they're white supremacists, so then they, of course they're gonna vote. And her opposition was Kamala Harris, who's like half Indian, half black woman. So that kind of factors so much. And there's still a lot of there's still it's so bad. It's the political climate and everything. It's so bad. Like America kind of like runs on pedophiles. So it's bad. And and saying that to India, I'll say it's not different too. That's the thing. Like. I just feel like it's just like it's in India. It's like very much visible and it's loud, and that's the thing. Like in India, like right now, like I don't compare. Like okay, you're saying like okay, America is better or India is better. For me, I just think which is less worse, and that's what I go like where I like here. I'm like okay, I'm having fun. You say okay, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, इतना अच्छा लग रहा है. It's because I just like the independence of like going out and walking on the street. That's like how इतना छोटी से छोटी चीज भी इंडिया में नहीं मिल रही है.
But that's the
Yeah, I
culture
like
alone
walking
there,
on this.
right? I mean, it doesn't about the culture, I guess. It is because you live alone there. I mean, in India also you can like roam around.
As I said, outside America, outside New York, it's not very different. But with the New York, it's very like it's just like he's still fighting over what's less worse, where I can survive, where I can breathe fresh air. It's like kind of like that.
And the pollution here in Delhi is very worse, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I when this time I came to India
Yeah.
and I came out of Lucknow airport and I started coughing. And when my family was looking at me like मैं पागल हो चुकी हूँ like ये pollution आपको दिखने लगे ना pollution तो कहाँ है भाई
400
people.
AQI is good.
Yeah, and you know what? Until unless it doesn't reach the hazardous, people don't take it seriously. And Lucknow, I think Lucknow Kanpur में it was like something 200 something, and
Yeah.
which was like polluted, like moderately polluted, versus not hazardous but
Yeah.
moderate. And they were like, हाँ चलता है. मैं पापा न्यूयॉर्क में 25 है. Like they understand like the gap like कितना ज्यादा है.
Yeah. I mean, we are not getting our tax money in like good way utilized, right? So
Yeah,
that's the biggest bad thing in like living in India, basically. What's the lifestyle in America? I mean,
my lifestyle.
yeah, I mean, everyone's lifestyle, because
I mean, it's different, of course. I'm not a representative of America here.
I mean, your lifestyle maybe you can talk about because it
Yeah,
must be at like some changes from India only, right?
yeah. I'll say, as an international student, of course, it's very different than a normal American student here because, I'll say, or I think for an American student, it will be tough because they have classes, they have assignments, they need to do all their house chores, and they're also doing part time because they don't take money. They're like it is also here the culture they don't take money from their parents that much, and what else? They have loans which they need to pay back for education and stuff, which I have the privilege of not getting it. I'm a spoiled brat like that, but I say my normal schedule is like classes. I need to do my house chores like food and cleaning, laundry, all of that. Assignments. If I have a shoot, which is during the weekends most of the time, I go there. Uh, Other than that, nothing very, like very different. Even for I think for other people, it's pretty much similar. Like I have roommates, they work, they have like 2 3 jobs, and
So what do you think of that culture? I mean, from the early age only that Americans or maybe the foreign countries like kids get to work, go to work basically after 18, like after turning 18 only, right? So,
No, I think like they after like when they're like 16 and stuff, they started doing part time and stuff.
do you agree with that culture? Like, वो अपने पैरों पे खड़े हो रहे हैं, I guess, right? And यहाँ पे इंडियन कल्चर में, I guess, मुझे लगता है till 25 also, like people or parents are like feeding their child and everything.
Um, I mean, yes and no because yeah, it kind of helps them being more free and like kind of get like a sense of financial dependence. Yeah, but what I've also seen like it also like because the education loans here
Yeah.
and other the stuff they like it's heavy. They like you they spend their entire lives paying that back and I don't think like it needs to it is that useful if at the end you just have more and more and more debt on your head.
I mean, have you seen, like from this conversation, I mean, the taxes they have to pay, the education loan they have to pay, right? So I've seen a movie like Big Shot. I mean, have you seen that? The Big Shot.
A
I
long
mean,
time ago.
have you seen that?
A long time ago.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was more about the mortgages in the America, maybe the US market, right? So people just have a great debt and introduce like it was built, the economy was built on that only, right? And in like 2008 crash was because of that only, like people can't pay the loan and everything because the double A's or double like triple A's insurance bond were like going down and everything, right? So I guess
Yeah.
that's why I think uh, like people of America are very trapped with capitalism. You can say.
Yeah. Yeah. Very they are. Like it's not I don't it's so like even after like I think like after when I'm in India it's like actually when I am here I have the urge to consume more. Like I have like I need something, I need to buy something, I need to eat something. It's like I need to like have constantly buy or to feel kind of validated, because it's so much,
Influential,
you know.
maybe like seeing others to buy something, or maybe
No, no, I just feel like because of the hyper individualism here,
okay.
you just like get so alone and lonely that you just need to like fill out that void with something. Like when you don't have that kind of human connection, then you kind of like seek out in materialism.
So how's the dating culture? I mean, America, how is it different from Indian or like Indian men, or maybe you can compare Indian men with America or American men, basically. Like, what's their approach?
No, I don't think it's very different.
It's the
Yeah,
same.
maybe the only difference is like people people are more open about it here. Uh, yeah, it's much more normalized compared to India. And also, like when I say India, I'll talk more about like UP, Kanpur. I just feel like I don't think there's anything wrong with going to clubs and like picking up, not picking up, like just like hooking up with people because sometimes you just need a little bit fun. If you want something long term, seek that. So just like uh, I think before going out, just see what your mind and body wants and go with that and don't waste other person's time.
A good thing about America, and because
Mm,
it's a like powerful nation, we know, right? And how is it doing? Like you said, like people are consuming very fast and everything. So consumption is there. And what do you think? I mean, what America should have done, like something else, or maybe what India should do from now on, जिस जो अमेरिका जहाँ तक पहुंचा है अभी तक, like in tech, in infrastructure, everything, right? Because अभी currently एक news आ रहा था इंडिया में that road accidents are there, right? Because गड्ढे बहुत ज़्यादा like खुदे हुए हैं, people are like dying on the stuff only, right? So I guess development यहाँ पे हो रहा है, but उस level पे नहीं जितना हम लोग pay कर रहे हैं, because we talk about like we are a third largest economy, I guess, yeah, fourth largest economy, right?
yeah, third,
Yeah,
third largest
third largest
economy.
economy, but we are not getting the facilities that America, China, maybe the other countries are providing, right? So, what's your take on that? I mean,
Um, I I think like what
Maybe I'm like
uh
asking you the wrong question because you live in New York.
no, you didn't give me a wrong question. I have like a very strong opinion on this, but I'm trying to frame it, in a like a politically correct language.
This is Vish Unplugged, by the way. We are not popular now. You need to be raw and real.
One day you will be. One day you will be.
Yeah, one day I will be, but that day
Yeah.
I'll just remove this video then if everything puts me on pressure line. But I'll share
Okay.
this video with you, no issue.
um. Um. No, I just feel like in India, people like kind of like need to like kind of start expecting government to do their job rather than feed into their pride. Yeah, like you pay taxes to make for like expecting them to build a concrete road, so expect them to do that instead of doing the mandir masjid bullshit. And and I think it's pretty similar. Like I say, like that's the thing. Like in both India and America are very much divided on. In India, in America, race is so important. Like it's so much divided and segregated by races, and in India it's like religion, and that's the problem in India. There's so much in India, like with 1,000 religions, 1,000, 10,000 castes and stuff. So I think that what both countries needs to be like the people need to unite and like tell the government to do their job. Yeah, they run on our money. They are nothing without us, and they should just take the shit seriously. Um, but I also think that what America should take from India, well, I know it cannot, but I really hope the weather. Yeah, but maybe a little bit. Let us, I'll say, like the hyper individualism in America is kind of leads to the exploitation and over exploitation and over consumerism, and which is kind of India is also leading that way. But I really hope that the traditional Indian where the sense of community, the strong community, I really hope that stays in India. Yeah, within every community that I grew up seeing, even though there were lot of tension, but there was still a, a ray of hope. That kind of thing needs to kind of mimic in India. Healthcare, I really hope the Indian healthcare system comes here. The healthcare is like very expensive, even after insurance. It's bad. The healthcare system in America is bad. Like even for calling an ambulance, you have need to pay like $2,000, and that's insane. Like I'm dying. Why? Like even if like right if I can get sick, I'm scared. I'm scared to my death because I cannot pay hundreds of dollars for just for a consultation.
Is it that bad? I mean, people just
It's
say
expensive.
it's very expensive there.
Yeah, it's expensive. Yeah, it's very expensive.
Uh,
The food. Uh, okay. America doesn't have its own food.
okay.
Uh, yeah, they don't have
Yes,
their own cuisine. And when I ask an American, tell me what an authentic American cuisine is, they don't have an answer.
they just
But
send their army to
it's
other country and bring the food.
yeah. That's what it is. I mean, that's a good. I mean, the good thing about it is like I get in, especially New York. I get to experience the food all around the world, like not just India, like every country. Yeah, especially like the South American countries, which I haven't had a lot in back in India. Yeah, uh, but still, I would love to have a little bit spice.
Obviously, you are from
And
Bangalore.
it's very highly high. Like even in India, it's so much processed, but in America, it's also so much processed that it shows. The fruits, the fruits in India are so good. Here, they're so bad.
And you are telling me that India is a very good country.
What?
I mean, India is a very good country. I mean, better country than America. I mean, like you were speaking, I'm like getting the perception that India is a better country in terms of like everything, food and basic needs, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like that's the thing. Like even like okay, I have a lot of like Japanese friends here or East Asian.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like Japan is a very highly developed country. They're like they come to America and they're like, oh my god, this is like there's no development. They come to New York, they're like, there's no development here. Yeah, and for me there's like what the fuck? ये तो मैंने कभी नहीं देखा है. Huh? Yeah, but in Japan the work culture, the misogyny, it's like that's the thing. Like the if the overall society is not free and good for the people, you don't even want that kind of
Hmm.
kind of like
Infrastructure and
facility.
facility, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, they're running away from that, even though their country is so much better than this country, but just because they want the basic freedom. Yeah, so that's the thing that like America needs to learn this from other countries. Other countries kind of like need the little bit of like the freedom of expression. Yeah, which is like kind of vanishing here too, but I don't think it will go anywhere because it kind of it runs. The America runs on this.
Oh, nice. I mean, and I think, I mean, to live there, I mean, what needs to like people have to earn? I mean, what's the basic money or maybe amount of money people have to like have there in America? Because living will be very
Uh,
costly, I guess. I know, like, house will.
like millions of dollars. Actually, I'm not kidding. Yeah, like yeah. Uh,
I mean,
if
I
you
know
want
like
to live in
millions of
New York,
dollars to
New
live
York
there.
is expensive. New York is so expensive. Even like yeah, even like water is so expensive here. Because मुझे नहीं पता for a job and like for a family, the kind of like yeah. But as I like अगर अकेले रहना, you need mm, the cheapest is like what 5K a month. It depends on your lifestyle
Not
too. Like
5K, 5K dollars.
1,000. Yeah, yeah.
Uh, only 5K dollar.
No, like no, not only. Like, and I'm talking as a, like from a student perspective.
Okay. No, difficult is it to like go there and have a job and maybe you can say to live there only. I mean, what's the difficulty
Well,
you faced like in America or maybe have you like you were
it's
saying a lot of racism you like there in
I
America?
don't face I don't face it.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't faced racism till now. I have uh um, but I say it's more of like for me as an international student would be like more of like a visa issue, which has become very difficult after Trump too. Uh, I'll apply for OBT after graduating, which allows me to work for 1 year uh, here, and after that, I can apply for further. It's either like O1 and other types of visas, for which is like for a longer period and much more flexible. So hopefully, that path is kind of like simpler, or like get cleared for me. Uh, so that's the difficult part, and also the difficult part is like as I'm in filmmaking, it's not a 9 to 5 job. And there's no concept of going for interviews and getting jobs. So it's more of like a freelancing or like a production company. So it's a very vague path. So stability is like very
It doesn't
non.
exist.
Ex-
Exist basically.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So uh, let's see, let's see where it goes. But now I'm getting scared. So
So you will cry on my podcast then.
yeah, I have cried. I've cried everywhere. I've cried in the park we met. I've cried here. I've cried everywhere. I cry very easily. So
You were crying back there.
no, I was not crying back then, but I've cried in that park a lot, many times.
Okay. I mean, why are
Yeah.
you like worried about your future or like talking about your future? Maybe Have a thought.
That's why I said don't talk about it. When I talk about it, I'm like, Bhai Sahab.
Okay. Do you overthink? I mean, not this part, but yeah, in general.
Yeah, 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 I do.
So what do you do? I mean, after that, I mean, you just overthink random stuff and
And then I cry. Actually, I'm not lying. I start overthinking and then I start crying. And that's it.
I mean, I do some work to divert my mind and everything because I also used to like do some overthinking. But then, like you were saying, you were crying, and I've been thinking that I haven't cried like from last 20 years.
And what?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess nothing has been so dreadful to like cry about, I guess, for me. Yeah, like I've been
I,
searching, or maybe I've been like waiting for that time to get a heartbreak, to cry for my love and everything, but now that is not happening. I mean,
I don't know whether that's a good or bad thing, but maybe if, next time when if you overthink, just cry. It feels so good. Actually, it feels so good.
if I overthink, I'll get depressed.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. Like, you cry and then your feelings are all out. Okay, then you like after अब तो बाहर हो गई अब क्या करूँ फिर काम करना शुरू कर
But
लो.
I think instead of crying, you just need to share your feelings to other person, maybe to your loved ones. I guess that would be like
हाँ तब भी
relieving.
मैं रो रो के बताती हूँ अगर बताना होता है तो
Can we
same
talk about your future plans? I mean, what's your future plans? Maybe from
my
this
future plan.
podcast, I mean, we can go like viral, or maybe like that one girl was crying on this podcast. That will be the like thumbnail banner.
I you know what? Now I have a strong feeling I'll get famous for just for crying. Yeah, because like no, I don't think anybody on this planet cries as much as I do.
I mean, because of only the that part, or maybe like in general, you just like to cry. I mean, it's your hobby or
I don't like to. I don't like to cry, but I do cry a lot. Like I do cry a lot, and I cry as if like somebody died. Yeah.
I mean, if somebody died, na, I like laugh. I mean, not in their demise, but yeah, I mean, something happened like, oh, chal bas hai. But that time, like, some funny joke came, all the way from New York, and yeah, I just
Damn,
get to laugh.
damn you! I think it was sociopath.
No, I have multiple disorders. So yeah, it was nice talking to you. I mean, I thought like I'll talk to you like for n numbers of hours, but we have short time, and I know that this is like very grace of you that you came here and do this thing. I mean, at 12 o'clock in America, by the way, that is not the tough part for you, but yeah, but yeah, thank you so much for coming here. I mean, what do you want to say? I mean, for this thing, I mean it doesn't go well, or maybe I don't know. I mean, do you like this thing? Maybe.
And it went well. It went well. It was like a nice, hangout after so many years. It was. Thank you for like being so patient for like so many years too. Yeah, and it's of course it was really nice. It was very nice. It didn't feel like a podcast. It felt like it's also never. I've never been on a podcast anyway, so this is my first podcast. I don't watch podcasts, so
Okay, you don't watch podcast.
it is also very. I don't watch podcasts. Um, so so this is a very new experience for me too. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming. Yeah, that's very sweet of you, right? So,
Yeah,
thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching this till now, basically. And do subscribe, Vish Unplugged, and don't follow Navya because I haven't put any links in the description. So how can
yeah.
she?
Do not
But
follow me.
she will become a great filmmaker, I guess, in the future. I hope, right? And I wish
Yeah.
for you, right? Because this is Wish Unplugged, and we wish for every guest who ever come like in my podcast. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank
It was a great conversation, Navya. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.